people. If you na ekos e wo Globe TV abra no so abo wopem se no wotwe bebo apemu akonya beda ho na wo so otimi afre na wakyere wadwen nsema MPP kan nsema NDC so eka bosha hodo mo sheye nsema mo ka so mbeye umpotem kwa etisen MP na oto abama no uta hu no edi enti na oto abama MPP anase NDC amanyofo sheye bo bebre efiri na eko shia me e wo Globe TV abra no so aboko e wo dwumadie Ghana tie ayemme Emmanuel Quarshie me no mabedwafo e betra se ne yebobo nsem no ho na yate amanyosem na sepa.
Hello, your friend is of Mamina and Hayford. Me yen century, Messiah actress, and then you ma who do pee and na me juma dainty. Ma pomi den when he me papa, na se but ma pomi den when dia, and one Jefax Mr. Bonje, Jefax Mr. Me to me jina papa tenten so. Just say Jefax mama your best one kasa. Minya bema. Ebema wusuwa ye be mama pa. Senti ameji Jefax Mr. Tumpre kopeni say. Edro no hote ye di afa abefu nimdie kwanso. Eni fidie wonwosuom ena ye ne friendship kroje. Ye no nti ma ye resadie. Enwa ne Jefax Mr. Na momitie enye ma penfo oba a oma akwale no fo. Ana akwala onyenya emfie dumienu.
FDA ahwehwe sa edwadie nkrato yi mu agye atomu se eye.
Jefax Mr. Pa.
Globe TV, yet is ferama. Ya muhiya ya sumbunti ya obabia. Globe TV, yenim wapedi yenina. Yadi ya si rebreu, wabubu anu debia. Fiye ni ya manamasun sam. Globe TV, yet is ferama. Ya muhiya ya sumbunti ya obabia. Globe TV, yenim wapedi yenina. Yadi ya si rebreu. Wabubu anu debia Fiye ni ya manamasun sam Globe TV Yenim wapedi yenyina Yadi wiya si rebreu Baby ya wushabia Globe TV, bringing the world to you.
Nipana pono krena Bese minkumya na sheye muma I promise money adosu Yedi ye Yesa ye kei Yese ma ye kei Rabe hena konto koni Jama Nada wo Yeah Nipana fono grana Bese minkumya na sheye muma I promise money adosu Yeah, me rawo That is me rawo Rabe hena konto koni Yeah Masem yeah No question nipa na mpenika Ye wani tia na wokwamu po wanyi ntumuda Aba onya memra na fe ya twatwene na ya dane ye ni so nyansafo na ye ebu nipa ye ni mani wo ye ni
Well, it's another day here live on Globe TV. This is your authentic, trusted TV station. We say it as a test, we don't dilute it because we believe in saying the truth. Good evening once again, you're welcome to the program. This is Globe TV and the program you're currently watching is Ghana Tie. It comes your way this Thursdays and Fridays from the hours of 7 to 8:30 where we say bye to you and then make way for the other program. My name is Emmanuel Quarshie and you're welcome to my world in case you just happen to join us at this point in time. Live from the studios of Globe TV. This is the Thursday's edition. Today, Thursday, represent June 23, 2022. But let me quickly say, Anno Wulade, Dagbamba Ebembe Tamil, Ebembe Sanarago, the Daboya Zangbalang, Convon, Ibie Tesho, Sabo Ngira Kalpam, lola kam ka ya bi ka de unit na yungo to pora na ya ma won yer won yule Emmanuel Quarshie ma bol ma Hitman ya de cham kan so palgar pam zo da bamba iban gumne te de tamale jan chante de yinna ya na to pora za yungo nyeme ni nyoko ogbekene ofana minga mofiamo Globe TV ne ofana cho mi Emmanuel Quarshie shi obanyo che me Hitman be ko che me Hitman be ha ni cho me won na wa agbene hu nyeme ni wo ko obi ana ke oyo su nyeme ni yo su kinkan we osu alata osu klote dansuma man probi tashino ngwate ma lashibi assignment dansuma islego nye fiamo wo ngamo fiamo yo musulmi da baba mun da kuce duba mu muna gesuwa marancin ga Globe TV ce ga ni non ce mangaranga suna na Emmanuel Quarshie ban ka ci da na Hitman shebarin gi won dadi ina samu won extra feelings ka sana yi so da shi muna gesuwa yan baba da ko da yan waye mu ku na kuce zongo muna gesuwa da kowa Chechalaba ya no wula ke tuma obie song. And let me go back to the Upper East region where at this point is I say Mabia Lawan and Lansoma who katara 20 Ghana Tumboma tender bread. That is it. So after saying good evening to you all, let me welcome you back, and don't forget this is the Thursday edition of the program, and this program is brought to you by Jifas Mixture. Trust me, it's the best. Jifas papa Jifas ubi say, and then you may yatana say synonym and some commodity woho. You hear him say NDC MPP and MCNI. Anamisi for Babetana Sene DD in Comono. Na Sabinyan Sandy Baku for Trimo also a partner or the Wadrenche Abba. Me make us a meeting at the Emmanuel Quarshie betting from a Hitman. So I have screen this one. Number be Edda so and no number or the Wadrenche be faso be P and chain or WhatsApp line. So number you wolf what the message in the faso. Na what do Dean be or the free but now the Wadrenche come one. Ya dia you be come up boko. I feel so to be a short voice note. So be obe kasa na wa record be se sima baako ana mpoma ni nu sima baako mpo berenya asem e kan akoma ene se ebe fa nkomo a ye bedi Jifas Mr. Soya cinema ka che se we Ghana afana nyina se nso no I started to talk na the way nso no to no to bi a wo mu ana oni padua no asa ye hye wo check so asa malaria bi pese de no ho jim wo ha ye hye bi asa nya hye bi wo ha ye dide bi wo no ma tuntumi ni di nanse kura didi aduane to yema na asefe make say ya mama gina system sabia son bema untimi himo pa ma okunu wo yire nka se mewura prekopa se bema de bema ne bema ohefie ntenumre sa utie me akopa eye Jifas Mixture me no ka se Food and Drugs Authority agiatum ere stamp asina pampam ntina medi ho adanse enye sa ka nya de amedi ho adanse ntisha no so mame Jifas Mixture o call drugstore pharmacy shop ebe obi an also pe eye Jifas papa no obi a ebe chiro se enu an edru pa ye de Contico drugstore pharmacy shop na ka so pe Jifas na emu mpacho man hye no so ma me so yo ba wa fa ye funu no bi enye yie o ma abofra no funsu so a no ma enye yie san so abofra ni free di ye fa na so ni free ye mfie dumie no ekono ono ma enye yie na we di obi kan ye mema mo bonus ma di kan ka cho se nka efe se ni die mu ade ache na wabo yira ko homa na aka che so miura san fa sika na she obotom adan a so mehwe chire meye bibia fi se wadwuma so ani nya bema ne bema ma na se etoka ye bibia mo a se ya ntimi se bia so nwurawuram anwurawura bibia amomo ni anya a che se ne ye bia ekwa nti bema opese oyire ema mo piafo etu din fro se bema prekopa miwura mikuna eno ane Jifas P capsules eno ne topa Nam di kan de cho ene mixture yi eno ye nsuo we ye ne topa ba memene abra wadidi awi adwere awi no wabo mienu na wabo nsuo gu so twen be se 30-40 minutes time obe se ntininum no be start aye adwuma kama te basa owurawura bebia e ma oyere from ewura utikura yi anopa proud udin ene be pra atonnwom enne anwumre ya tena sei ye hwe asemba ako edi him currently ye nyina ye nim efa ye COVID-19 ho nkuntabuo so meka COVID-19 ebaye no so utie eye dom kuma wo mra hyebedwam ene Ghana fu bi no mo chese MPP aban ye papa ye nana ya de nyina was here dear His Excellency President Akufo-Addo. And Penifo says sika above Ghana futu no enye sika wa. Empo hwa abibiman mu nyina no. Yenkwa no oman COVID ba yenye sika chen abibiman bia. Abibiman bia ne obetimi de no ho ato yen. Se COVID ba ye no yenya sika echen Ghana na omunya sika chen Ghana. Ghana mu ne enye sika chen obi se sika ba ya kache enye sika wa. Nanse ni abeto dwa ene se yewura dwamtena ni ewo mrahye bedwam yewura Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament yewura as Bagben ede betu dwa se yewura Finance Minister yewura Kenofuriata amma amebunkunta fa COVID-19 sika no ni omode ye so omode to nchine kaka dro wi sa jeni PPs ni omode bo akohoma efa ye free nsuo ne ho kanea ne ho nsensemi sa nkuntabuo na amaso a enya de bi be free Minister of Finance ana se sa soye ho no ombeka ho asem wo mrase bedwam ana ombehwe adi ho adwuma maomo ti ekoye enhye ketene ne ema yewura Kenofuriata ekopie mu wo Parliament na okopie mu nra na odin sem bebre tudwa minim enye dan a wo hwe bi wo TV wadwenkyere ntinam so we o TV screen so a wadwenkyere no fafasa number na da number no so no screen so no number na da screen so no and a WhatsApp line what the WhatsApp message first way be kan amount. Now let me quickly comment this way. Your views, thought and comment about the presentation yesterday made by the Minister of Finance, who's in the person of Mr. Kenofuriata. Well, I don't know whether you were privileged to watch it. If you were able to watch or had the time to sit back, relax through your TV set and then watch. Now share with us your views, thought and comment. What do you make of the presentation he made yesterday? Because some of the view that there's still a lot into that. Now as I speak to you, the Speaker of Parliament is now asking the Health Committee in charge at the August House, which is the Parliament, and then the Finance Committee to go deep into what the minister presented, and it will go long. You remember, as we speak or as it stands, some of the medical officers are complaining that they've not received their salaries, as far as this frontline workers issue is, because I'm referring to the frontline workers. Most of them are still complaining that they've not received their salaries, which was due for them during the COVID-19 pandemic. Other people are still complaining. Now, the president made it clear, saying he's giving us water and light free for 3 months. Now, as I speak to the suppliers, specifically the water, some are also complaining that they've not received their money. These are issues and matters arising on your best TV channel, which is Globe1TV, the best you can trust, right? My name is Emmanuel Quarshie. We're just turning around to take a quick commercial break from our sponsor, which is Jeffers Mixture and AP Capsules. And when we come back, I'll be joined by my panelists, which is the NDC and the MPP. I'll be digesting and looking at this issue or the presentation of the Finance Minister yesterday at the August House. My name is Emmanuel Quarshie. This is Ghana Tea. You're there, Hutu Abba. Nana here for the uncle.
Of Mamina and Hayford, me yen century, Messiah actress, and in you who do pee, and na me juma dainty, ma pomi den when me papa, na saban ma pomi den when dia, and one Jeffers Mixture. Bonje, Jeffers Mixture, me to me jinapa what sentence so. Just say Jeffers, mama your best simwan kasa, minya bema. Ebama wusuwa ye be mama pa. Senti a meji Jeffers Mr. Tumpre kopeni se. Edro no hote ye di afa abefu nimdie kwanso. Eni fidie won suom ena ye ne frinchem kroje. Ye no nti ma ye resadie. Enu wane Jeffers Mixture. Na momitie enye ma penfo oba a oma akwala no fo. Ana akwala onyenya emfie dumienu.
FDA ahwehwe sa egedie nkratoyi mu agye atum se eye.
Jeffers Mixture. Pa pa pa.
welcome back. Yes, Simon Akwaba at the bar Globe TV. Jumadi Woshi, the other Sonegana T. Meno Eka say and Penny Fortanase, Yabe Bobo, and Semno Ehon. You were NPP ne NDC or Marco Kukurumoti outside Hobopo, Ewa Bako Semone, Amanyo Semua, Enye. Meno Eka say no, and Penny Fona Atanase, Mamemo Akwaba. Yao Akwaba. Bibiabo Kode.
Divine selection akai. Ti nyame fam de se de da bia meka no. Waye na fam de se matoto ma free enkranza bedru ha de otim se nyame ne me adi ne yi. Eja ye hwe abamboni se be ye obetoto ne ma ma asetenam. So akoyi. Nyame fam de wa mi.
Me akwa. Me be da se be je so. And obi a ho anfe no gidi se na de be yo ja because
say I COVID accounts I read obi a ho. There's a propaganda via ni hobby.
So,
you know, your water.
Yet, Mamma Makwaba, we may pese ye trash see kakrebi. Na ye hear video being for Yinika na yenti yura a finance minister. Yeba, Yabeshem Comonase. Pacho yenti finance minister. Sanam Dika no 2 Jano, and ye hear and sama. Yewura keno furiata ediko 2 enra odiko 2 je o mrese bedwen na ne nyina no se be ye nhye se wo beba be yi nsem ni bia no titu efa nkuntabuo ene se COVID-19 sika no ba ye no mo chese se bia so ne nkuntabuo no akwa si one time akwa something which is there otoma me hwe to aguro bi abam ene se otie dom kuma na titu NDC mrese bedwafo ne Ghana fo bi no mo chese sika no the way aban kasi wodi o mu hunu sa nti chinchina this enkuntabu ba nti ema Emmanuel Quarshie but mpanimfo say aye ready nti oso ne Juan Madaroma mo menhwe Ira Kenofuriata kakra.
Mr. Speaker, it must be noted that the status of utilization of the funds to finance the COVID-19 measures excludes funds of the National COVID-19 Trust Fund and the Ghana Private Sector COVID-19 Fund. Mr. Speaker, for the year 2020 and 2021, the program expenditure amounted to 15.763 million for the COVID-19 related expenditure, out of which the actual utilization was 12.036 million. In 2020, a total amount of 11.162 million, this includes a cap, was programmed for COVID-19 related expenditure, out of total of 8.12 billion was utilized. The amount was utilized to provide support to households, supply equipment and provide relief to health workers, health infrastructure, security operations, evacuations, quarantine and coordination, economic relief, stabilization and revitalization, and COVID-19 complementary releases.
If you've mobilized 19 billion and you've spent 12 billion, at least give us an indication. You received IMF 1 billion. You are telling us that you raised a bond of 10 billion. You're also telling us that you had some sources from World Bank. You've given us the numbers, but you have spent 12 billion. Give us an idea where the rest of the money is. The bond that you received, that is money that you received. Where is the rest of that money? So, Speaker, I think it's a legitimate question. It is a legitimate question, and that is my second point. So, Speaker, Mr. Speaker, so the difference here that I am seeing is 7.3 billion Ghana cedis unaccounted for, and I want to find out where is that money.
When you come to expenditure on COVID-19, status update on COVID-19 expenditure, page 6, he accounts for 12 billion. Then the president accounts for 17.7 billion. So the House of people will say, couldn't Ayabachi? Couldn't to which, where is the missing money? 17.7 billion against 12 billion, against 19 billion, against 12 billion. Where is the money?
These expenditures fall under the various subject matter committees. In particular, health expenditures were incurred by Parliament. COVID expenditures were incurred by the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Health, and Finance. Mr. Speaker, so liberated to work and do their work. And when they have finished, they will submit their report. So they are covered. The subject matter committees that have the responsibility of tracing and tracking these expenditures. And if there are subject matter committees that can have responsibility, why can't we set up an ad hoc committee? Mr. Speaker, as far as I'm concerned, it has no basis.
By those who believe that we have already existing committees that can carry out this function. I believe from the comments that there are still a lot of gaps that we need to throw light on. When you read Article 175, it says, the public funds of Ghana shall be the consolidated fund, the contingency fund, and such other public funds as may be established by or under the authority of an act of parliament. Now, the fund in question falls under the ambit of Article 175 and therefore qualifies to be referred to as public funds. Was it paid into the consolidated fund, or it was being utilized by the trust? In that case, if it was not paid into a consolidated fund, it will not be possible for the Ministry of Finance to account for that, which meant that the trust will have to account for the utilization of that fund. This means that there's still the need for further investigation and inquiry in this matter.
Mr. Speaker.
So this is what happened at the August House yesterday, which was Wednesday, June 22, 2022. The Finance Minister was compelled to appear before the August House. Quickly, let me go to my distinguished panelists. Enra Mrashe Bedjem Penyino He Sikasam, so you were Kenofuriata. Eko piemu ebu nkunta no e de kire eye mrahye bedwafo ne Ghana fo nyina Joseph monamu aban mu yetie no bet say entiase be sisu yie na ehu na ejaye nso ahwefo ne ya nso ye wo ha yetimetie atiase a monamu aban mu so far eno ma yewra kenoforiata kasaye to for bom ni okan no say wo wa wani so ana bro beka say breaking it down to understanding the presentation no say dey
mini ma me nase na menchia na mini uni no
ya white
ya menchia wo the first time mini we share ni
Joseph Nanga
I hope say benya a clean
oh mu benya clean
na enkan me director communication director region and enti no honor frame say me sina nan mu o say djuma no do so nti e de na go di fan ba bi
okay
nti yewura obroni me chewa nwumbre ene ya regional executives nyina yewura chairman abi ene David Boache secretary ene mpenimfo nyina me chewa bibiara minia me gidi say COVID-19 ho asem de yesha se kan yenne na da bia meka da Nyankopon asese yewura president Akufo-Addo eye Ghana mampeni na yenyina ni mu se o mampeni biara Nyankopon de ne bedua o man mu a o de ne dua man mu bra wonni mu se o man ne behia no enti meka no se president Akufo-Addo eye president ya Nyankopon de na bra ye bra COVID-19 MI na mame ma wa bakosam ketuwa bi ansa na COVID beba no yehu kwan ana oman ye nam so na afi 2020 na COVID eyi ni ti
okay
na COVID yi ni ti no ye ni mmode mbo a aban yi eboye bra COVID eyi ni ti na ba bi asem na kwakwa edeja ne say NDC for the minority in parliament. Yes, say, Chinchina, I was say, expenditure for COVID. You be boom contact our parliament. But at the first place, you know, Emrano. Or my nation share say, Nkuntabu be a safata, say ye disika, a fab mine who be now humboa. Nipa, or yen shemu, away sick a dear home. Aye, the Auditor General. Hitman, Auditor General, a Bobby be out of we are. Nowadays, I be a fan of Auditor General's report for the year at the Ababonting. Now, Abubu be a was see doing Abubu no, and it's a parliament, a committee, a friend of Public Accounts Committee. I obey invite the necessary bodies here. Sika DNA farm and Sika Seminal farm. You know, a normal practice. Now, the young one can see and say, I day I was a minority, a finance minister, say, COVID Sika or minor, a deed about minor hobinano, ye be boom conta. Now, my being or Musu Yamudia, Mufi say, Bia, Yadisika na yentim boom conta. What I say? But when ye ne Ghana for kwapam, say ye bebo Ghana for hobina, any of mobile. The president has sworn an oath to protect the lives and livelihoods of Ghanaians. And Tianya dia, ye be to talk or minus around. Bra COVID by ye kind. Say, baby, a young sika free biano, ye be to do. And this is for the propaganda from head to toe, say. IMF may say, World Bank may say, yan disclose. Na nyanko poncha de document ya menu ya kitabi eye document ya yewura kenoforiata eko kind and ra page 4 of the document eka babia o man no yanya sika afri paragraph 9 me wombre intimate ba kan bi kakra. Mr. Speaker, to mitigate the impact of the pandemic on businesses and households, ensure that economic activities recover and minimize job losses, government mobilizes 18.9 billion out of the program 19.3 billion in 2020 from various funding sources as shown in the table below. Enti high and a buying kwanya offer so nya sika free mia enye one source. One, GOG contingency fund. That is COVID-19 alleviation program. When you 1.2 billion. World Bank Group Fund, that is health interventions. GARD, $65 million. Fast track COVID-19 facility, 35 billion. Fast track COVID-19 additional facility, 130 billion. When you know car, buy IMF, $1 billion. Africa Development Bank, $405 million. Okay, Ghana cedis. EU, MIA 504 million. Okay, Bank of Ghana COVID-19 bond, MIA 10 billion. Skawi nyina kabumwa 19.3 billion. Yan fa bibia nsi. Oh, edu babia. Yesese sabi wo se tunduru ho ayam pam no danta. Bra NDC fo tiamu ewo dan soro se World Bank MIA sika ya under a friend saying ya ka say omo amaya ndu sika World Bank for my. It is here. Ya understand this kabia. It is here. Until they should come out and tell say sika World Bank for my no. And you say and ye understand it. It is here. The whole thing is here. Minia COVID buy ye nyina be di adanse. Ni sika ni die mo no. I think that wabobo mebobo bi so akaikaye. Bra COVID buy households say afiafie ni padomo omo ho kan. President be kan say we know how to bring the economy back to track. But what we do not know is how to bring the lives of people back to track. Enti say o seti wo budget lines. Na say kodiawo be bom ana ekun be bom ana torenchen bi be bom a menyi ni so betena se aka se de wahehye usikasem no obema na akosa. No. Hwe expenditure ye seti in 2020. Ye lose expenditure by 11 billion. Abai has to fund an additional money to mitigate the impact of COVID-19. Anything you be kaya COVID buy lockdown buy aban ye say mmea na omuntimi mpie enkonko pe aduane wa bonten aban ye say ono ankasa e de aduane bebre wo so o kai sa sebo no okay eno nyina ko si 12 billion 12 million Ghana cedis 12 million no nipa dodo a omo ho kan aban etimi ma omo sa 4 million day no e 2744 okay na no sorry 2,744,743 okay aban say free water ye kaya bra COVID-19 ba ye nsu a ye nom no free ye ntua ho sempo anateku 556 million okay bra COVID-19 ba ye dankaniam nkania da mu nyina ye quantify ni nyina kosi 1.108 billion unim health sector maybe ye health worker bra COVID-19 ba ye to na ye tua ye frɛ no tax a ye tua ma ban a ode ye mpuntu aban ka sɛ ɛsane COVID-19 sɛde ye ho ntwe ahye woti ni no aban adwuma ye form ye apomuden adwuma ye fo no ɛto a ye tua ma ban no ma aban adwuma ye ni bi a wɔyɛ apomuden adwuma ye ni menkan doctor menkan nurse even the security man at the health sector never pay tax eno nanchen minia se oba omo ana omo gina kono a ye frɛ won front line workers omo egina ayarefo no nchen mprempren a mo hwɛ omo no ye frɛ mo front line workers aban ka say apart from tax ya omo tua ma aban ka say for that period omo bɛkɔ adwuma kwakɔhwɛ ayarefo omo ntua to no osane say omo akatua na eye omo salary no wabu mu pay de fan baako asen aka omo so sɛ de be ya omo ko gina yarefo no so a omo behu sɛ omo wo nsiachi ba bi a ebo omo achi dom a omo kwa omo so benya bibi de asi omo nyoma ene na nchen onim ye ka say yes COVID has come to expose our health sector Hitman we be di say yeti hai and 260 districts ya wo my mu okay ye wo 101 districts ya need district hospitals we have come of age and now me no kase ye ni 101 districts wo man mu a ye ni hospital ye ni district hospital baby a ye what district hospital so a private nti Hitman South I say your hospital away a Holy Family a Catholic for sorry a hospital oko St. Teresa se won Kranza South ya and also your Catholic for sorry omo hospital nti ye ni hospital a aban hospital a district hospital ye ni Kranza North district hospital ye ni Hitman North district hospital ye ni a friend saying Pro West Prime ye ni district hospital ye ni Kajeji Seni East ye ni district hospital there were several other districts in this country Banda ye ni hospital Sabuba ye ni hospital these are the exposure COVID-19 by ababe expose aban say we shouldn't just look at the short-term measures how you fight COVID because the only way to fight COVID and it's a effective health care system I bet me into true agenda 111 in 2021 aban committee 600 million Ghana cedis into that project in 2022 we committee additional 700 million into the project I was say it me boa Emma healthcare sector no ejina brand meanwhile that was not enough to fight this condition was say the Ghana care about Tampa program aba and now me no ka say and now president ekotwa friends and development bank Ghana I be bank e be gina brand ama bank ahodo no nya sika afi on chain no banking sector na gina brand where ya there you see some of these things say you can obi fee say biasabe ya go na edi say you free COVID mu free na ehwe ya chi say COVID no ene ye eni ho bi mu e den na betimi atwe ye ni ahwe ya chi aka say bra COVID ba ye empo ene ye di ensawoso ene ye tam ye ba yeso ye free mu afri no we ene ade a yenso ebetumi e de agina so aka say yenso ya de ye ho. These are some of the things na unim expenditure eno so no ubie page I think page 13 waka bebre aka ho wo hwe the friends and surveillance aban afa ho ka bra ye mount surveillance into the friends and COVID-19 omo amoye front line apart from omo amoye front line omo mounted surveillance omo contact tracing babia ye testing sika ye tua hoka me gidi say obi anko normal routine testing omo watua kadame bo ana isolation centers omo a yade na adokro na omo koda isolation centers ayi adwuma aban adwuma yefo ayaresabia omo gi ayarehwe no me ngi ni se honom so ye tua sika bra covid ba ya na testing centers ye kakra bi few centers na Accra and I think Kumasi
in less than 3 minutes.
Yes, and later and nya tamale but na me no ka say testing centers ye bebre. Have you ever thought say him fanasa you know sikani friend yes adwuma bio ye ka say apart from testing centers ayenya omo a ye nya mpane ayabo okay mpane ebo yimu no obe gia di say Ghana for now the target is to get 80% of Ghanaians to be vaccinated. The import is that Ghana for say 80% of Ghanaians it means vaccination now. 20% now mwanyam. Okay? Ade bi efe na herd immunity. Na che say dodo no ban bo no be bata omo an ye kakra bi. So that was the target. Inti ye kra mpane na me no ka say ochena 24 for mo share vaccination asibim. These were all things are buying a procure. But me no ade ba kwa e wosi emu ne say yade no is not a respecter of anybody. E ba ye no in this for fees and kasabe e ya agro omo for mo COVID-19 task force bi o say medical expert bi o say then you make obetimi akere me din no papa e ko si say yade no konye ize sa nti sa ban na tumi akon na enne ye de ye ho do ye mfiri mu a emfiri ye na ye de ye ho kakra aka ekwa me gidi say yemfa abaso de ma amampani ene na pamfo ene apomoden asoeye ene adwuma ye form ye adwuma ho ene mpanifo mo hwe apomoden asoeye sane se apomoden adwuma no eye prompt se nipa ne ka kirewo na wo de ye agora sebe enya ade a wo betimi akọ nti ya da president ase wo hwe ma nyina wiase nyina oman ahodo bi a yatumi akọ covid-19 akosi ase wa ho hare so megidi se wo kan ni yi oman ga na enye yi nti yebo yewura kanofora ta abaso ebo aban no so abaso say despite the cry of the NDC say ye disika ya yewe no wotimi di nkunta fine e de aba ama obia ato asum unless of course o ka kire me say wakanso wuntie di afine but krata e da manimu e bi da menu ya wanimu e di adanse pefe say nkunta bi a yehia si bebu ama covid-19 ho asema da ho pefe no me gidi sa abam na me de betwa to no na me kan about covid and paniebo ye no mass vaccination omo ye volunteers omo bom panie omo ye health workers omo bom panie sika ye di tua omo se omo bom panie mpo no me gidi se eno so ya de foforo bia e wose ye hu what you say eti me kan nyina afu ano Hitman ye be bo aban na abaso se omo kan ye a ode otie ayoyo a wode expenditure efa covid hu nyina aba bonten na we will settle the discourse. This one will bring the discourse to an amicable solution.
Okay.
Na yenina ya move on as a country.
Thank you.
Mijidi say Parliament on be debating this,
okay.
And after debating this, it will bring conclusion to this.
Yes. Just a quick correction, and I also stand to be corrected, and it has to do with statements in our case over 100 plus, also over 100 and how many? The number 160. District hospitals.
101 districts without hospitals. Okay.
For your information, the latest which I have, and you can cross-check, and the viewers also watching, you can choose to type on your phone, or type or Google phone, an Android phone, or the type it. How many district hospitals do we have in this country? And that is Ghana's, and be specific. How many hospitals do district hospitals we have in this country to come up? Now, when I quickly cross-check, I'll say there are 88 districts hospitals, that is in our country, district, there are 88 districts rather, without district hospitals. Per my checks, I go again. Also, there are 88 districts in this country without district hospitals. We have 6 new regions without regional hospitals. We do not have 5 infectious disease control centers dotted across the country, and we do not have enough testing isolation centers for diseases like COVID-19. So as a stand, we per me checks and say it is 88 districts which is not having district hospital.
Hitman.
No, I agree with what you. But the figure is just.
No, what I'm saying is
with all respect, you can even cross check at the time.
Excuse me, my quickly, my member once na wabam. Sir, 88 district without hospital. Kaya president is making the first statement on this. 88 districts without hospital.
Yeah.
And our share agenda 88 as okay.
Actually, no about 111.
Unim. Maybe I'm a practical witness. Yes, I'm a practical witness to what I'm going to say. Pandai. Bra agenda 88 ebayam. Not Pandai. Pandai war polyclinic. Pandai need district hospital. But Pandai was not captured under agenda 88.
Okay. We'll leave it there for now.
Sabuba was not captured.
Well, it was just by the way.
No, me say. This statement was made, but later was ratified to be 101.
Okay, but cross-check, it is 88.
And when you say, we have more than 6 regions with a hospital. I'm talking about regional hospital. What I say, when you say Western regional to speak today doesn't have a regional hospital.
Okay, so thank you so much.
So you have to do your backgrounds again.
No,
I'll get my time again and come back.
Normally, my point is about my viewers. I also stand to be corrected.
Oh yeah, you stand
my checks.
So that is the
and it was revealed that it's 88.
You have 101 with that.
Fantastic. That's not bad. I'm not saying that's not bad. Say it is, but that's not bad with your views on it. Yeah, right. But you say finally, NDC minority, the largest opposition party in the country, Ghana. To see the, I say, Obeka say, sorry to say, be either say Mafere, and I say, when you see when you. And now being so Ebeka you, as I say, Mokasa no esobete. Because finally, you can ofuriata, what you see yo, wabebun kunta, ne finchim, but still, Mokrasa can be say, scanner and so ye. Meaning, and this is still, Mohone saying your kind of chin and
I hate Mamma Mawajo. Na Mema Minia Joseph so
Joseph Nanga.
Ajo. Hate Mamma Cham Kranza for. Show you moshe pa na titiru mrantie mienu bi akomojasi ena mufta omo nyina wo breman be a me free no omo so mo feel pa nti dru ya wo da ne feeda Globe TV di omo fa ni agro ti mechi omo sabro mo hwe show no na machia regional executives titiru chama UNESCO na constituency executives a omo techiman ha the communicators in Yana. Hate. Me person me put you on record say Ken Ofuriata enyane pe eno de call parliament ho. Eyo ohyebi eno de call ho. Nana onye willing say obebu akontan bi a kire Ghana fo. Ono nsusu na COVID sika ni nyina ba besi ne so a wadi. Nti ni ono beba beka no ene bema ye nso document ekura ye no ye beba out e de abe challenge nti ena na ye force ne se omra no ono so mpese obebe nam se adwumaboni wi na okwa akoye nti na no ntimi mma ne nra okogina parliament ye sa document we ekura mi eni nti ena na kenoforiata ntimi mma parliament ho nti nya ne pe na ye ohye nti one MPP for na communicators na wakoya accounts wakorenda accounts dada na ne ye ka che ne se wonko no na mo pese okwa ade na mo so mammo ni jase papa ko na yenya biaka ano ko fa shodi work we e de be kire Ghana fo ko tutu ano ma ho de be kire Ghana fo no e na MPP fo asom e na se mo se wonko renda accounts wakorenda accounts nti MPP fo mpese mi bisa se Ghana ye on papa ejapade ya ene ye de ahye kenofori antansa ene ya sese sika nyina ama no se ya de ya bomfa nko ena wadi awie no begina ho be kan asem we kire ya tinka be boye nsem ama kenofori ata te se na Emmanuel Joseph abetna studio ha this document anro ko gu ni ho anim ase wo parliament wo onim question bi aba meeting am pese mbisa se MPP for the cabinet meeting no mko bi na se ehu anwanwa se enyi nansa ena vice president come lectures ena o kire se COVID-19 so far you spending 8 billion wanka president na nkasa ogoro no ko gina mrache bedwafo anim e ka kire mrache bedwafo se covid ya spend 17.7 billion president anka enna kenoforiata so ko gina Ghana fo anim aka kire se covid no was spend 12 billion so far sika was spend there with covid on nti hit which is which is it kenoforiata Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Ana say COVID no be a create ne fan and no spend. And me honestly na as a public fund ye wo omo ese omo hwehwem na ye free public accounts committee. Saade ni nyina ye te ase se public fund ke ye kan budget wi a ye disburse fund ekọ various ministries and agencies wo. No mona spend na auditor general yeden akom ahwehwem no no de ne report about betu dwa say me ko sika na yede ma ministries and agencies o munyusu no ne mahu ni say asimasi antima nyusu ni de yi more practices abam nti monfra no public accounts committee no meyi na no na wonim ne ama covid de bia ntimi nka say auditor general na auditor general no okobu akonta de na okoka ministries and agencies no evidence say ya bo ministry bi din kura say diska ko won diska na nko yenti ana kwaku agima manu ebeka je say covid-19 adura okoto no Rocha Sport ni v ontua ka pre enko nso na finance minister grant interview say watie sika enti covid-19 sika na hit na ye finance minister no ena ote finance minister no na Akufo-Addo mo spend omwa ukobisa niama no bwa no omwa kotua oye ana omwa atiska na de ko eninti ena na ye wroche ne se omra na omechirim why ni enim se auditor general ho covid-19 accounts enya na sha okay yawdom level ye kan se yawdom level enwuram into the covid-19 expenditure ema papa no esi su dia so obeko eni nansa na ye pam no Omoka chire plain say enya ni duty say because a contingency and omo use say ska no nti ya dumorovo any duty so ko akwa say ska no and hit sika bia e ba Ghana ha bia no Joseph munya botere na yeso yekura ho records sika bia modi bia no munya botere maye mudi sika betena party officer na mo che no and then 3 days me na mona number bia frɛ me hello MPP for sika na mo che no nya bi na am say aminya bi beje sese unim sa ye beto aba no onzo mo kreti ayi ba mo se covid-19 dien fan na mo cheche sika na mo party for no na nsan ya DCE bi one of the northern region towns ni abeka se sika onya ye kro de odoma de asan ko u bank ranza na former regional chairman Toma ne office ene ye chiska says covid-19 fan ayete otewa o chiska na mamamfo o kan ho asem wo ayiru list na menu ayi bobo ne hay page table 1 list ya oboboi menu ya final stabilization fund o wira fi se covid ne bam fufuro na no e bam fufuro na sika finance minister Dimirika ko mrase bedwan so mo man kwa mani nkoyi e stabilization fund $200 million ewe sa sika no kwa akoyi no ni okato so ne se omudi bibe no aduane ama nkran ni kumase omudi bibe ma nsuo free omudi bibe ma electricity free Minia wakotu se yanu aduane ma nipa 2 million ewo ha akotu sika wode no aduane no 178 okofa free 170 okotu soso no ba bia onya sika no wode no asa aduane okotu wankotu minia hwe ha o se 18.19 million out of 19.3 nanka mo expect so mo nsabeka meanwhile so hwe ni table na e wo ha na ni figure na onyaye no na nti na eboro saa. So whom are they deceiving? Okay, kasika was spend ya ha was a contingency fund 1.2 billion. Contingency fund or J and what the other. They know the contingency fund here. No Kurenya Mianim Mr. President na Kufuado. On a man quite said ye nisikano. Sikano or no other country Ghana for say 17.7 billion. And no mass spending or COVID. 17.7 billion. Or no crab kayano. Na brobo enuru 5 million. Tama na nado kasa asem. Na brobo nu 5 million. Ene kweno furata be kasa asem brobo na 5 million. Na se kweno furata ko 12 billion kyerɛ na. Het muni o he na yemfa. Yese na nado na ne penso na COVID aba se nyo no a. Nka COVID ne de nka bia baba bia nka ye nyina yase beche. Eno onu a mo bo na ba se ne penso na COVID ba ye na se nyo no a ka ye nyina yase beche no. O se wodi COVID sika nko a wodi 17.7 billion. Babia total amount onya so de wanka. Hit me hwe table yi ma. Me hu se wa twere ho IMF $1 billion. Meanwhile, ye nim se IMF nya $2 billion. COVID-19 ba yi. Ye di kan kwaje first extended credit facility. E bam foforo na tama ye pre sa stabilization fund free eye parliament no ne ye gina ho eje e na wo kai o mo se ye threshold e wo ye 40% ye di ni nyina age enu echi ye san kwaje $1 billion e di kogu ye foreign reserve say the best stabilize the city enti ade na utimi quote say abaye adwumayefo COVID ba ye ye ka say o katua no health workers ni ye de bi be ka ho nti ye COVID sika ne ye de ka ho na COVID ne ba ye na akwaji sika de be gu o foreign reserve na ne de wonka no so ye loan na ye tuya COVID ne ba ye na akwaji sika no ene de wo mmoso ye te Ghana ha na mo be ka kire say World Bank amaye 200 million. World Bank country director ebe ka kire say 450. Enti figure we ya kanoforiata kotu ni ha no. Minia Joseph wa ye bia traso. Tama ne ho kire na okwa akope bosia ewo gaman so no. Oye ne nkrata ade akwa IMF no. Okotu different budget deficit. Ekotu niema fufuro e de kire Ghana for but okọ international market no okotu the reality on the ground ye che na we say or the items ni call behind the below the line to say bosia or body ko go banks bosia or body solve energy sector so be na ya solve ni nyina nso we say or the ni nyina ko go below the line na wakobo bosia e de agbegu banks e de abo ho safo hene campaign time say omo a bank ni gu ye no tutu omo sika ma omo ndi ento aba ma wo na eduru say e kan ka ho de a wo si da bi wo dwa na firi ho ende en ka nti nya ne e na kanofori ata be kotu figure kire Ghana parliament a enya nokre figures wo de ba nyina we are coming out with figures a ye be kire ne say kanofori ata woni na nado danko akufuado COVID na mass anka na mo ya da pafo COVID ba ye no e na amamu motimanya aginaso ze COVID sika no mo de ayem hu yi COVID sika no mo de atwamanum mo de abobra
mo de my show free light free
me say ene yete hei yetua COVID-19 tax mebwa ena patro so ena patro so Meanwhile, COVID-19 san suo ne sa ne manema na wo so de ma efiri ni nyina no ukofa fi stabilization fund ukofa sasika ne de fi stabilization fund mu na de ma yensuo ne electricity na yemisa sa Ghana ha nipa dodo sen na san suo no kro mo kan munya bi firi electricity na ye kan nipa dodo sen ene nya bi firi sa aduane na omo so omo no aye no if we Sutherland Children's Park wa ye to aduane wie mani paso no eno hu sika ne yakotu eno hu sika ni makoto PPEs awoto ye no todo do sen nipa san na de PPEs ne ma wo okotu nu he ne enro koye no wonse OMCs for no aka kire ye se OMCs for no aka kire ye se ye patrol na ye wo no aka bosome penani nyina asa enti wo pe bosia a wo de akoto parliament so obenya sika e de amon makra ayi oil fuel aba enti se wanko mrase bedwan ho by force anko keka bibi se de be ya ye be consider ne loan na abo bi a che nawe se wonim se kano furu atade ni wiase obaye bosia bo ene onim enna ye se COVID-19 fan bebu ho akonta kire ye na yehu ade potia odi sika na ne mfa so e ba so ma Ghana no yehu bi nanka hitman kanokore pa se 19 yemfa se sika omunya ye nyina ye 19.3 billion na hit 19.3 billion etima baus o economy mu a president Kufuor fira konya so nyina na Ghana yeka nyina ye 9 billion 9 billion Ghana o yeka nyina ye 9 billion nasa watimanya 19.3 billion nanne economy na tonsuoma it tells us sika we okrofo we di no kwa so mu utilize sika we yi a ta hit nya ne se me no na ahokere ne paturubo ene ofiri nkranza batichima ha ya ye ju 14 cities omo di sika no kwa omo chiche ma omo ho PP ya to ne sen PP is ya to ne sen omo chiche sika no e de ma omo ho monje na mo fa gu mu botom and it is evidently clear as show ewo 2020 election mu because ukohwe budget deficit almost 19% budget deficit. It tells you that omutu sika no gu mu sa omde be win election under 1 minute and this COVID-19 we ama na make say COVID-19 we ama kadem pa na Kufuor ode be win 2020 election COVID-19 in a buyer onam se sika ba boom and ode wura election mu ti sa bi ma ayi militant for che mu soja ntade mu botuo na yenjejim konwa ya nwene yenjejim ka ho and the hit wo twa abrabo na Ghana yewom na hwe na inflation nam 33 inflation
27
me say 33
minimum 27
me say inflation na nam 33 eno kura ne da bia me kase
inflation rate currently
da bia me kase even MPP currently even almost statistical na statistician not one me engineer menim say cook figures on the 12 bontere hwe say ne cedi to dollar enam 8 cedis what does it enti kan okoro pass say sika bebrebe we nanti ayenim sika e ba man mu boro sa 19.3 billion no e boro sa because how even kura omo document oh no the better parliament ukeka sika wadi boma and then 22 billion.
Okay, yeah.
What does it? So I be quote to say odi 12 billion. Enti in due time no yeah the correct version of COVID-19 say no enuntia mente me ho ase hit enuntia mente me ho ase ba ya speaker refer sa ne document we to finance committee ni health committee
yes okay bushafo mo here sabri sabi nyansa enni ba ko fotrim nti sabri akonya beda ho se wonso do wadwenche beba madika ka che so he screen ne so a number na egu ho no ye ne ma menu a sombo pa 1 obetime the short note voice se bia wo ko WhatsApp no wa short note voice bia bre fa nkomo ayedi wo the first number so beba so na wo type a message now the first number so no so beba WhatsApp na ya no wa hye no so do din any bibia o the message no every day ba no ebeka ho the so na we live on Facebook Globe TV live Ghana TA Globe TV live Ghana TA on Facebook what the two so see here there obenya here live na nyansa ni ba ku fotinti na do wadwenche na bantentem na yenso ya to yebo atesem ba ku akan the amount Jumadi makacho se bo amene mfa na hye mu api abam se dudu mfama ɛyɛ GFAS mixture ɛyɛ duro a ɛyɛ ya nu bene ya na mpanyinfo atena se atoato adwen center homa ɛde afan fidie mu asport ne fine ahyentoam a sabre ukọ ɛyɛ drugstore pharmacy shop ɛbɛn obi ano obenya ɛyɛ GFAS mixture to ne dino hyɛ no so ɛyɛ GFAS mixture ɛyɛ nubene ya titi dudu ya ɛna ya sport na guntuam titi dudu a na ya nananom nom a mutimi di 80 years 90 years a sichire mroso sichire yade moja mroso ene ne keka ho yare no munye bi no enu ya nenne yade afa abefu fidie kwan so na ya kurichi anase ya to ya body aguntuam na ya sport ne kamade akosi drugstore anase pharmacy shop ben wo potembia nti enese wo hweme na sabre ho endwudwo papa waye boho wontimi ndidi wenum ato sabia son wodo nsa eto aduanum didi kakra na obufo no eduru bi kura wo kon no aduanum po sedi pache onye bi ebebo ba wafa yefunu no bi enye yie afen so ma abofra no funsu a wonu ma enye yie abofra oni free mfie du mienu ekwa ye ne food and drugs authority akwa apam se ye ma wo ennom ntihye no so ma me na enija asem ne se yese sacred de kanamfa so ani free GFAS mixture aye ne nsuwe ne bonus ni eno ya ne topaye a wonye bi ememene a sabie son amama agina system kane a sisi aye den se crankshaft ebe memu aye mre ISST aye twa no ho no afen so wontini na fi agina mu amamo gentimi ni efurusane no kurukuru eyi fi no oni padue no ma ntini no mu da ho ama moje timi di efurusane woni padue no eba sa nso ama wonu mutoso nti udidi otimi cha otiseki afota bam esan kwan fiato kama nti enanwumre se wo hweme a kope eye GFAS capsules eno nsuo no ena we nu yaye ne topa nti umpensuo na wanom ne topa no wonya ne nsuo nso nom na onya topa no nso ka ho dia ene bobo asa odeka akọ na yasesa oil ene filter no ene otisimu a change jet factor onam wiem nti enanwumre hye no so ma eye GFAS mix and the pickups of Sadarma, I did Jumadi, bro, Jumadi did that so, and Ghana a tea. I will say Hana Ghana in a tea. And some no near P album said to do. I have crojin will be a bobo hono, and some be any a canoe high. A council, a senior send Baku foot in Tina, a Kunyana Bedao. And Timako, my pound for ham or Musamatia Wabi. Na new movie, I feel my baho, no may be a manatum. Na yetimi edi eye enkomo. Ya mama nshase Joseph Langa.
Yes sir.
What you mean?
Matino pa. Matino pa.
Just a transparency anya.
Hitman. Uni. We Bloomberg source. Enya Ghana. Bloomberg. Just ene sisia. Your inflation rate as a country is 27%.
Yes,
27%.
Negotiation.
Guso. Your exchange rate against the dollar is 7.2. Afidie do not sit here and deceive yourself. Mpenifo muti afidie no ye mpenifo a sabe omunimu de passing ya yete hai. Nti nya kwan say ya, you have to speak the truth. If you don't trust government statistician, wasamwa enye obi asem. But the reality of the matter and we are not running away from the reality. Share. Okachire say Kenofurata was forced to come and render accounts on COVID-19 in Parliament. Mekachire say it is not a normal practice. Enya normal. It is a mumu chesi abnormality. Enya normal. Enya da sitting na mu asemo a ye kan of Parliament. And that is what we were saying. So therefore, it is upon a request. Say, Ombrambe Bunkunta FI COVID-19. And he did that. He did all night. Ebio, health minister, the procurement on TV. Yakachire say, it was not physical cash and a finance ministry, HIA. It was letter of credit. At the time or more issue letter of credit. Finance minister, health minister can say, well, yeah, aware, but it was rectified and all can say, letter of credit. And where was that, things are hiding in the COVID-19 expenditure? Number 3, no kre say nya no kre say sika yanya free foreign donors IMF and World Bank sika yanya free ho e de ba ye man mu de ball COVID-19 ho bina no no kre say sika e wa hase no eno na mo kan ho asem na say nya no kre. Is it true or it's not true? Ebio bahu opeso otum futu ogu Ghana fo ani say IMF MI $2 billion, which is not true. As far as COVID-19 ho asem a ye kan e concern a ye kan die e $1 billion and COVID-19 yenya free IMF. So ka say IMF amaye any other expenditure be aside COVID-19 asem dia me kan ho asem ne, but ye kan sa asem ya ye asem e da paso ye kan ho asem die e $1 billion and Ghana ye call access free IMF, and it has duly been stated here. What you say? Unim asem a e be yakese o menua ya ho ne say contingency fund GOG contingency fund of 1.2 billion. Obe some stabilization fund no wan fa. Na stabilization fund na ye ka ho asem no e kire sen Hitman e kire say anibre bi ba na sempo free mu putupru niama bi ba ye assess. It is stated there 1.2 billion contingency, and you are asking where is stabilization fund? My brother, at least let's be a bit Udim. Oh, catch me bio mu say mo you are better managers of economy. Ena ye ka say bra COVID-19 ba ye mo te apanfu bi say omo ni mo de e wa pomoden ni omam nti omo so e pese omo ye COVID-19 hu dwuma ekosi sen. You see, Momayema or mining here. So catch them say, Ghana man penny a kufuado. What the COVID-19 sikana winning abaya. It is not true. Okay, and go and check 2012 election. Go and check 2016 budget deficit, even at the office of the president. 2016 elections. Sika former President Mahama a pushy call. Friend saying office of the president, office of government machinery. So one found winning the 2016 election at Amazon. Ufi say bi na ye yes we anya bi. Here we have stated it here. Oba page 13 now. Additional support to EC and NIA to ensure COVID-19 compliance. 600 million Ghana cedis. Ya stated wa. Ya mfa bibia nsie Ghana fo. Ya ne Ghana fo e no kwa pam. Nti bibia fa COVID-19 hu sika ye di efa yade ho ebo Ghana fo ho ban e ma Ghana fo ade omo ho Africa dia we ho no ye.
Thank you very much.
We have told Ghanaians
because of your time, thank you very much because of your time, Nintino. Mama Kuno Diao. So Joseph Nanga, you are being you are doing propaganda.
Het wuti. Maka chere minu say. Kenoforiata figures you are the parliament there. Our kuku figures the parliament. Esan kuku figures fufro the IMF the ensone ye. Inti ye NDC for ne de ne ye kan say ni figures we no the to parliament wono. Ye ngin because one one ne mampanyini akufo ade na wote ye bona baso no figures ya mampanyini kotu ne ne kanoforiata kotu no different thing altogether eno so we hit eno so ye boa ba umia yasimu anyansa nyina kura no ono so kotu different figure altogether. And or sana minu reconcile with these three figures. Aka no furiata ko jina parliament o ko kan nra. President akane de fufuro. Kano furiata akane de fufuro. Vice president akane de fufuro. It tells you say there is some fishy deal in the COVID-19 fund utilization. If it's a me mama evidence say oba mi kuro mu nkuranza. Omo original chairman former not an officer watch is kanibi. Mabo krobidin ama wabodin ni sesia ewo northern regional nipa ne ya chino on tape say COVID-19 sikan ye be chema omo so mo fanya elections and uka budget deficit 2016 2012 now uka we didn't get double digit budget deficit. This is the first time Akufo-Addo pencil 19%. Aden hwe na ho kire ekoso Ghana ha hwa ho kira ne ekoso Ghana sika na wo de be ya adwuma ama mfaso aba ama man no ututu gu basabasa in the name of some person winning election and atutu sika no gu basabasa then ane mo frefre nipa apasa dim mo fafuna no ma frewe MPP fo sika no nya bi MPP fo sika men MPP mo wo bank na ma cheska mo ate bank enya mo na nanu ade ye ba beto aba na mo ton credit enya credit na kufa do ton se wo to credit bia man 1 cedi wo so hete wonka ye beto aba 2016 nya credit na akufa ado eji sika free so what be campaign then na omatimanya sika to the tune say omo cheche mo omo go to Nkranza COVID-19 bayi omo college serial college 300 million ni de bre omo say COVID-19 fan entimi ni Joseph COVID-19 no jitum say mudi sika na sabe na hwe COVID-19 ye bayi enye abibifo ya de se wohwe COVID-19 ne ku abrofo a se saa na nka ebeku ya ka there is nothing na ne ye dia na ne ye hit ne na ye good evening no ene ne so COVID-19 am dia na ne ye ukwa aman bia ne ye twia ono a woni adwuma kwa ne ye twia omoka sabe omokura be ba bebu akontam ya kire ha lockdown wa wo ya ni 3 days pebi a wotutu aduane gu wiem no hwesika obe ka kire Ghana fo from 34 mu bia school eco school cultural exam hwe PP is costa uko tu kire Ghana fo enti ni America say COVID-19 sika ne de hit na kufu ado baumia kenoforiata o madi sika no se sika we pa kanokore say 19 billion aba economy mu eno mu utilizing ni ya kenne ni ya braboni
mate mamenda wase ebusia aha eye Globe TV senam di kan de tuja no ebraso se yetie wonso wadwenche sabi nyansa ni ba kufochim sa brave baby edri message ohwe o screen so a numbers miensa na abeda so numbers miensa na abeda so no bia eye number wofra ye beje wo so na ya ma kwan ama wo de wadwenche aba ye bisase nkuntabu a yewra finance minister de ko tudwa no woti yese COVID-19 nkuntabu ni na to sen we ka sen kanu anu no ebisa wutie MPP omoso NDC fo afere it was final wa bebu nkunta na ni da okrojin se nso anum ofie wutie dom kuma no so NDC yewra Haruna ene atofo senomne Isaac Adongo mo so chese we 419 presentation na azabi wom hello good evening.
Hello, good evening, Mr.
Yes sir, Kimbozo.
No, this is Zach calling from Tamale.
Oh Zach, Zach Anola.
Hello, Mr.
Nah. Zach, we are listening to you.
All right, good evening to you and to my lovely brother who is the NDC man. And let me not forget, and I send my greetings to Honorable Sam George, wherever he is. May Almighty Allah be with him. I want to ask my brother in the NPP that, is he comfortable with the way the government is going or the country is going? And I'm not surprised he will say he's okay because I'm telling you, the most heartless people, if they say you should go and give money to heartless people, look for NPP. NPP leaders are the most heartless people that if you are telling me that under COVID, the money our finance minister is mentioning that if they spend it on the poor people in Ghana, do you think the system will be like this? My brother, come to Sanabu, Madam Felicia Tete, she confirmed it by herself that the COVID fund were given to them to do campaign. And you are there telling me that they spend the money reasonable. You didn't spend the money reasonable. When you spend the money reasonable, we cannot be where it is today.
Zach,
so they are doing this because of their mama. They want to make the country useless. When your mama comes 2025, then things will be difficult for your mama. But God, inshallah, God is there.
Thank you very much, Zach, for your time with us this evening. God bless you. Thanks for spending part of your time with us. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm Pacho. One of them can say.
I said the king.
Who can suffering? You Pacho Ethiopia.
Aha, me Pacho, my member mini and this and how to one about so. 90 or the same MPP ni na ma na what one let's learn a new man into the one man sequence or did the share. So be man na council no. She ni anu na kufuwa ye tifie mboso na watching akati akura mai. 90.something billion we have money to wait and find maybe the papa beyond 20 my forecast and increase the government workers. Money there have you for content also that's it.
Mamina say hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Pacho one of them can say.
Pacho Midi Ado Thomas because I think I'm country I was Sunny East District.
Open Ethiopia boy come.
No custom is I mean anything you know na ma me papa e ka say anything say you need value nika enkwa e ke sika e kire MPP amanyuku eni na do dan kwaku fado aban a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e say data e na vice president no e no say juma pa no ma ye no esa say ye hwe sika na ma bi ti say Italy a ma bi ti say Spain mo no mo wo na so ya le covid ba ye na e ku omo to ya ye de kakre we epanifo etimi community pamo etimi ye e ma ne Ghana fo ni ewu ye odo se bi wu je na so anko ne se de abrofo ne de no ko no a na che se omo bomo mo de pa yi a omo se abasobo kase pa eni ti se ntan ko je bo ye papa bo yi na se ni si fo so omo ntiase a ye betimi aka ne se omo de dia se nko na o se be ya Ghana be na ye kuto na se obanya de omo pa ye ene sa de na do dan kwaku fado en Dr. Mahumia etia TV e man fada na fa sa kwanya iso na matia ne GC honorable Jido Kofijima e wa seni isinyankopon wo hye na juma dia obo e da se wona nyankopon nya juma
ya so ya da se wona nyankopon entena Pacho hello good evening
evening boss
Pacho one of them can say
no me Pacho ye fe me ashtu me kasta fixeni iskejeji is capital
yo Pacho yetio
yo me ya me fa kwanja so na matia me nua ado tomata oba e me gi se nya e ko space ba ko na anyimwe me fa kwanja so na matia me nua NDP ni no na sama o Canada na kwampa me di se sa COVID-19 sika ya ba ya fe no ko solo no me di se e ba ya no NDP fo anya na se NDP fo anje o situation janda bi omo chiche no e wo online o ati dia ni pati nya NDP fo kwa na nyae NDP fo kwa na nyae titan ye se ni isi ha se NDP fo kwa na nyae pa na kesi ya wo so munya na le pese NDP ni ti asese tema bi so e ba e kwa no omo chiche sika e de ma NDP fo nsam o so esi ko situation sa omo chiche e wo no mo free police station sa ari branch executive so no ma che e de ama mo nyi fa ko mu areas na mo chiche nfa mo chiche de ma ba ye de ya nya na ta ye se yare na ba ye nyi nfa so ye duma se ye online e ma NDP fo kwa na nya ma ye benefit omo benefit ye nti me fa kwa nya so ma ka che NDP for say nya e ko so no e wo se nyina ye ya adwen na bi ba ye hu se de be ne de edin ga na fo hu ti ye ti ye no online no bi akwa ko rita no wanya na te NDP for no me card no mo ka se bia tomato man mo chiche no kwanta mo chiche no e wo party office na ade me gidi se no ko bi ani ne fa kwanya so no ma che bi na NDP no da wase
yeah so yeah da wase hello good evening
Good evening no
yes sir open Pacho one of them can say
Pacho me di Mohammed ni prefi tukanta
yo Mohammed Pacho Ethiopia
Pacho pese mi satia minya NDP on vibra penini Pacho NDP phone de ade omoye no de minya no odidi ze ade koso Ghana no de oya happy there because see aja ni makura so to ni mana se ko to ni makura ni boy din usa ko jokura oni ade ko koye aja de bibia ko so for the see 1 liter e ko be 11 cedis inti asama mi be ka se ambrano de se Ghana de na ye ba be bobra inti we to me my voter mind to the idea for Ghana there and yeah my into Pachopa. I just want them to come together and see how they will do them, things will go easy for us.
Well, thank you so much for spending part of your time with us this evening on Globe TV. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Hitman.
Yes, I'll pay you one minute, say.
Hitman, who depend on Pato Kintampo?
Oh, Pato, my bassa Saturday, me sambo.
So by one frame, I have by one
frame. You said Nanga, or the Mekotana, ye Ube Urak in Tampa, ye Sas Hotel Opposite, New by Mobi.
Oh,
Ufruano Bar magazine.
What
GM, or the Meko GM. Saturday, Hermanim Acha by 10, Namijinum. Yes, sir.
That's right. I went down and say, I do a power away. Now, the chow paralysis in the now. Vijananga, the channel for now. Me for what we just saw. Down on Madame Chia, Bunu East Regional Chairman, IB. Namachia, the Secretary, David Yawachi, and Umbre. It's mine. And then Umbre, Media, NDC, in fact. One woman of so as you say, on president, Mama. I said, what did you that into your platform? Why, you know? You're better how? Your first verses will buy, you know. Mama, on the need of Vasinubi. I'm not in all of the Jan, Secretary Ghana for say, me NDC was a Wako Vasinubi. And to protect themselves, you know, Omongo Vasinubi. What you want to say? Well, some of them that Mahama, and then they get called Vasinubi. And I'll say, but a copy to buy young Yaki. And yeah, foundation, a Germany, market a good war, you're super, yeah, but we may be free. And you know, so I take, well, so I am a Yama or Sama, young Jimmy say, the children do so the year present to the what by about the deal of community to be. It's all clear, but you have no mamma, you see, dear, call your man of the man next time you be to ya. You get to meet you share to come. May you day, you couldn't. No, but no, when you say, she cannot object your person, finance minister, everybody, the and the one person cannot call your Juma. How to any me, your Juma, number Hitman.
I told him and him back in Tampa Live over this weekend. And hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
But you want to say,
when Ulana Cassie teach mine.
Pacho Yeti Wadaruma.
You best MDC for and say, and the women so Muna Pine or Mokasa at Sagana for. You see, the incredible biblical school until you know, Kanka. At one time there. So be you know, Yamaha. What come to be Uncle Yamano, actually, a mindful. Now the 20 is not that 19 billion, no higher. Now just all parties, as I said, COVID-19 is kind of for the oh my. Over the by HSK, Yamu NDC, Yamu MPP. Me and Fakad me popoje. Tis a wood national Wakasidia, Yan Cheshi, Krampa, and a one so case. But I am to chair potato, says, be a scene, I didn't say, and I say, there was the Ghana Mamma, Babia, was to be a party be or more mutual deuce. If you want to be called ma. And why didn't you have Banisika as you said in the one? Because NDC, you see, your registration, among for decades, and they do mutual dues. This a over band to one as a mutual dues. No do election, some of the first can do Buamo at the year elections. I know there's a new dear Banisicana. But our Banisicana do election, they are near Mahama. Last election all year, if you come in with you into a Banisicana, go for your dinner. When we are here, Casamuye. And yes, I have here, they do it, they would do it, now crank it one. And here, on the time, India say, and you know, the German.
Yeah, that's no foot to. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
But you want to say?
If I saw an upcoming local, I wish I know my power. My name is Menchia, for panels in India. You teach you the same Nanga, Yamisha non cano, Namencha incoming national chairman. I am old boy, Professor Kunfiamio. The Viano, Yamisha non cano. I can't make you say, Ajubel. I am NDC for the Meka. I put such up of ma and Yanafe. NDC somewhere in the power no where he here or more and yet Ghana man and kitchen the COVID way by the city a broful from so many actors who or more hospitals I can see who you also when you His Excellency who bomb the boy and it's all our say you to what they see and my Ghana within the way and they economy near be everything. It's when this is one for my getting call. Do so by you come 4 years. And then the pandemic you. And so don't you mind the mama to me so I brought a secret to heavy. Woman kind of cranky did a kilo for that about the time, dear baby or Sanka. The people the Pania Airway, me my one me as well. Right, it's a you to see the Braba. Check it down for to do a more. The best friend is for woman minimano, the personal interest, and this is for your action. NDC, Ghana Bob Waynano, and NDC, say the Carboma, in your other Korea, take actually mano, you didn't NDC. Then beyond on the power, no more Maria, or my goodness said you are Motiano, Sana MPP here, baby. With a baby, I'm a come to Ghana for my daughter. Move Mamia was Ghana. Oh, he took a man on Nina. What's where the Sunday was near my boy at the food now.
Yeah, Robin Sujana, so now on to me. Hello, good evening.
5 and 8 man.
Kimpozo 1.
Hitman, best
Kimpozo 1.
Presenter. Hitman, Hitman, me too, kind of be here.
Kimpozo 1.
Hitman mambo abaso bazuma Yankopon kan ho Hitman mamintia MPP ni na ono sebi wakasa pa
Joseph Nanga
alanga me ameni pano me kambona baso wakasa Hitman mamintia group tifo nyina kanka ya regional chama abi me chiana na regional youth organizer chacha donchi ono so me chiana pa the me can say Hitman me was making pose me kan okran Finance Minister Veteran and Kakuntan Opu Yena and Uncle Yankameka because so this can't be making pose one man behind it, but I come in defender. But in Kuntan, I say on the pen, the boo, what do you say? A year free, there ain't no control because the chance will call her. At the end of the so much of one bone, because one will be 40 pesos. At the end of the next 40 pesos. Let's say, I'm Papa the echo on the ending from one case. MPP near party said, would they done? Said, would the ocean at the end of the year? In the COVID-19, say, ending phone cars or Musomuya, after Joma, yet say, the let move free, yet water bill, you're free, yet no school for or much at the animal free. Yenia. COVID Panyana go where I cry my phone, I said, Nay and Tromuka. Nina, a Corsicanum, it's a banner for Nomadi. Once a paya, where coffee was to be a 12 beer, Banu Lucia, a papa of Kupano, Fisher or Bosmato and the Omini, made them in the endings for the Abukosa Chia and your mofet, into a bad beer and your mofet. But in where it's here, Finance Minister, I couldn't. No buye sikano afoba bianti endings for omontiasia omonkoshepo.
Medawa say Kimpozo 1 I'm from the very last 2 callers that make messages. Hello. Yes, I'll point one I'm Nika saying.
Yeah, from a friends with free new Abrim our Eastern region.
Frank open you boy on come on. I could happen for because what dang.
Yeah. Near Tennessee, well, Oceania Air Coast war my one. Yet now on India. Then our politicians are deceiving us. I don't even care whether NPP, NDC. I vote for almost all these 2 parties, but yet to say, Omo Jio mine who cry. Womu Yenina Chesomo Jio mine. Na youth na eba yentie na ensifo yi na ya ndwe man no ne ntumi ankasa mu na bibia e be politics ye be politics and senior mpanyifo free a obi aka NDC MPP na Ghana ni humpuntu a Ghana ye pesa Ghana etumi tumpo ye nhwe oman ni puntu no ba ne ye nyina
Everybody is defending one political party. And when I hear words like this, I get annoyed. And because so mind no and kra. Niabano or see a shakwaya between us person ya solve problem no rather than we see NDC, we see NPP. There be a more minor.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. I'm Pasha. What am I saying?
I'm in the Samuel.
Samuel Kasafri.
Kasafri is a flow.
Oh, okay. Samuel F1.
What formula? Not Globe1TV here.
Eh.
We can set up now.
But you pa.
Yo, Madam Wase. Madam Wase pa ni Jumapa mobo. What's in the
yeah, to calculate pa.
Yo, Madam Wase. One election I call 2020. Hello.
Pa election 2020.
Yes, election 2020 election I call I can't say. You didn't collect good school mudi free. Who election I call you know. And then so because Jaso, that's o figaso na so bana so di ni nkomwa. Asa we are Ghana ni mapa. Na we ni miewo Ghana mu a. We hu say be dia ye call yen komiye. But you know what? This is what happens. You tickle yourself, you laugh. When you tickle yourself, you laugh. And you think everything is very right. What we have today, everything is all good. Today, I'm a teacher in a school. They say we should go for our licensure, we should go for teacher certificate. The whole of today, we didn't teach any student. This is where we are as a country. When you talk, they don't want to understand. That's a more health minister, only Ghana in Dubai. I told $10 or 19, and that money is still in a bank. And you think Ghana is going on well. I am happy. I've not listened to your program before, but I'm very glad. I'm very glad and I'm very happy. William, a day year, but I also hear a quick joke and you really say, or another neck, that's what basically, good and a bad. She will tell you. Thank you very much.
Thank you too, and God bless you for calling in. And on this note, we'd like to go straight to some of the messages that you've sent in for us to read to your hearing. The first message comes from Charles Asamoah, all the way from Kumasi, America. And he said, please, host, Mr. Host, good evening. I know that COVID-19 killed a great number of Ghanaians, which most of them were breadwinners in their family. Of course, yes, that's true. Why is it that our people in the August House, which is the parliament, are interested in the money spent on COVID-19 than instead of looking at the lives we lost? If the COVID-19 had killed 80% of parliamentarians, what would have been their worry by now? Money or lives? When they all sat and took the decision they did, which we were of the view that everything was moving on smoothly at the August House. I lived, so that's it. And this one says, Hitman, I'm Munira from Techiman. So that is it. Munira, I don't know whether if you are Dagati or if you are Dagati, I'll say Anoula, and if you are Dagombatu, I'll say Anoula. Or Wali, I'll say Anoula, I should say. Munira sent in this one and say, the finance minister, to me, whatever he said or presented in the August House, to me, with all respect, does not make sense. Where is the rest of the money? We are not kicks for the NPP to be playing with our minds. Tell the NPP guy in my panel, you are referring to Joseph Nanga, that if I were him, I will not even try to defend, but rather will explain where the rest of the money is. And this was sent in by my cherished viewer, Monira. Hitman, the NPP man Akufo-Addo will not kill Ghanaians. Look at the way Ghanaians, okay, will kill Ghanaians, you want to say, okay. You want to say, look at the way Ghanaians are suffering. That's the power of the NPP. Ghanaians should learn something from this NPP government. They are bringing nothing but running the economy zero. Thank you, Hitman. Fantastic job there. And it's from Well, he said the name is Fantastic GH from Furikrum. Greetings to all the Globe TV viewers. Well, they are enjoying you. This one was sent in by James Opoku, who happens to be the deputy youth organizer of the largest opposition party, NDC, in the Hitman of constituency. Now, this is what he sent. He said, Senior, in fact, before God and man, the situation is really getting out of hands, and day by day, the situation is worsened under the so-called under the so-called we have the men, government. So where are the men the NPP promised when they were in opposition? May God have mercy on Ghanaians. In fact, Ghanaians has never witnessed such a 419 dishonest and super incompetent-led president by President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia government. Never before. My regards to lawyer Elizabeth Ofosu-Jari, member of parliament on the ticket of NDC, Hitman of constituency, and to the deputy former minister of education under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. This one says, I've listened keenly to the NDC representative. Unfortunately, he could not draw any conclusion. He's saying the NPP spent the COVID-19 money wrongly on Ghanaians, or yes, okay, so they spend the money wisely on their family members. Okay, so which one should we take from him? He was not specific. Which of them? He should be specific the next time he makes a submission. And this goes to Yao White, representing the NDC. It's really sad when professionals and honorable men leading a prestigious country like our country called Ghana and render accounts in the wrong figures. That only leads to so many questions. We are talking about credibility here. I am not partisan, but Ghanaians indeed need proper account. God be with us all, and it's from Reverend Joseph Asante. Reverend Joseph Asante, God bless you, and thanks for spending part of your times. Go ahead. The program comes your way Thursdays and Fridays. Good evening, Mr. Hitman. I'm Zachary Atiawuni from Kwewu. When will Ken Ofori-Atta and the NPP tell Ghanaians the truth? Even the money shared to the members of their party were more than that of what is in the paper. We live in a country where leaders never think for the youth and the future of this country. We, the youth, crying day out because there's nothing to look at and refer to it as future. We pray that God see us through from all this mess. Long live Ghana. And this one is from Nana Miaso from Asanko. Well, this is the first time I'm hearing the name. And this should give us a break. We don't have short memory, as they always say or claim, and even said by their leader, John Dramani Mahama. We still remember how the NDC used judgment debt to pay this country from our brand here, ZK. Let me go to one or two and then we'll wrap up. And this one, I love your name, but I don't know whether I got it right, because your name, you spell it Kijabi. So I would say the name is Kijabi. Is it from KJB? That's okay. But you said I'm Kijabi Maxwell from Nkwanta North, Pesa in the OT region. And this is looking forward to get a message for the upcoming 2024 election. This is not an issue to be debated. We need lives, not money. I see. That's why I said, no name. God have mercy on my country called Ghana. Okodie sent in this one from Nswatere. The last one says, good evening, Hitman. This is John Sapon reaching you live from Taku, Trichimai. The NPP man on your show has been very dishonest to himself and Ghanaians as a whole. How will the president tell us we spent or will use 19 billion COVID fund, and the finance minister also come to tell us it's 12.1 billion COVID fund, and he says there to tell us all the stories instead of being transparent and accountable. It's very sad to have this These leaders are so-called managers of the economy. I'm just imagining spending 600 million Ghana cedis on nose masks and have sanitizers on SHS in just one term. Wow. Auntie Joanna, I'm okay. Surprisingly, my producer, so currently I can't tell whether she's having a boyfriend or not. I know her not to be virgin, but then when it's getting to 8:30 or the moment is after 8:30, not the pressure to me so. Even though Joanna met you, I say, when you're virgin, but I mean, no more prayer for her. Wow, won't be. No, yes, I'll quite check half our baby. Come on, me, dear, I'm in swimming pee and quite me half our cacre. And Joanne, what have I done to deserve it? That's why I love my lady. Young Pong.
Yeah, can I say? MP before Jai said, life. Anywhere, never be a civil or Ghana.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Good evening, a civil life. I have told you, say, Saya, dear, we no Korano. And yet, Africa for ya, dear. Na say COVID-19 wo ho na ekum nipa ndi say don e no kwese COVID-19 ne kun na ye deda ne koye na yi so it tells you say me kura no believe say nipa no kura no mo kan ma wu COVID-19 ne kura dodo na yi fake because aban we no abo ne tim pose o pesika di ne potwa so hwe hit with 19 billion nyina echi no wasen abobosia 270 billion.
Okay,
what does it now wetimanya sa sika we would me see Skyway no Kurano and yen one no Omokotu and the figure ASN. But what quote 19 may yen fan say 19 billion. Now at year 4, what you walk, Uto Patro 11 cities, offer car from her to Techimai 14 cities. Now abayanya 19 billion topable cities abagana economy. None yet ya intimate of fertilizer.
Joseph Bram.
Now, Abamben.
Joseph Bram. My Joseph. Yeah, Joseph.
You're hooking abanish on Sanomai Troka.
You have the men more than
them. They are booking they are crying more than the widow. Share. You say Matthew chapter 26, verse 9. Bra.
Matthew chapter 26, verse 9. Okay.
Bra.
Mamene de quotation.
Mamene de and duham ekogu Yesu na ase no nim ne Pharisee fo kan mo se maame na sa duham yanka bitumi aton na boden di sika na mahiafo unim se na nya ahiafo no mo dwene ho they were thinking of what will go into their pockets when they get the opportunity. That is what the NDC is doing. Unim omo create atmosphere bi now till the 2024 election say ushia MPP ni a sika na mache na wa he. Meanwhile that is not the truth. Share COVID-19 elevation fund by me name madam for be away NDC access the same fund me manya bi guta and register sanipa nipa ni nya bi me manya bi. It was open to everybody. NDC guta go back in Tampa Memenda. I will introduce you to the guy. He will tell you.
Okay.
NDC is always noted shifting goalposts. Share bra kenofura tambambe renda account almost one renda what renda you almost say it's not enough. Bra President Kufuor si Jubilee House. Almost say here no. Bra yehu oil. Almost say bra here sa oil sa tamu. Bra ye road. Almost so here ambulance. Ambulance bra almost that be a hospital. Hospital by almost so that be a inherited project.
Okay, so thank you. Now Professor Kade.
May end with this quote. May end with this quote. This quote. We know the cause of everything, but we do not know the value of anything.
Thank you very much. One hour Professor
Dash Malik. Malik Gausu, or fan back on Pano, deputy youth organizer and Krana South, and now of IJ Continental.
Okay,
almost to show you almost a
plan. Joseph Hannah,
I'm a regional communication director.
Oh, okay,
and I'm a former regional communication director, Pupa.
Okay,
and a Hitman of constituency communication director.
Wow,
Emmanuel Francis.
I see. Mensumentia Mebusia for. Mechiriba afua woko for the oheme live chiampofo ene wulimame ena anti mechia munyina finso confidence in a letter soup CEO menu ababa akope my only sister mechia wenwumre Joanna Mpacho mati say upon me hu obi onye virgin opere say da Come and say a virgin for a period. Let me producer there, I don't know. So from some car here. Many thanks to the production team led by Osofo, supported by yours truly, Joanna, my precious, lovely sister Amut within the Globe family. And many thanks to the man with the finest style of shooting. I'm referring to my cameraman, Kelvin.